Limitless divine beings of love and light, welcome back to my channel. My name is Daniel, and I just wanted to release a little prophetic word that came through last night. I was sitting down to meditate, connecting with the divine nature, and I noticed that my left eye was flickering. It was twitching. Have you ever had a twitch in your eye where it starts to like spasm a little bit? And I realized that that had been happening to me throughout the whole day. But when I put my awareness and attention on it and I inquired of it, the Lord began to speak to me. This doesn't happen often when it comes through in the body like this, but oftentimes God will speak to us through different signs in our body to get our attention. In Ezekiel, I think Ezekiel 22:22 or 33:33, one of those scriptures, it says that I have made Ezekiel a sign to you. And it was when he was lying on the ground and in despair. And so God uses signs in the body to be able to speak to his corporate body. And in this case, my left eye was really twitching, and I inquired about it. And the eye could be twitching and there could be no message attached to it. It could just be a spasm. But this time there was a very specific message that came through. And God began to tell me that remind me of the two hemispheres of the brain, the left side and the right side. The right side is all about creativity. It's all about the Christ mind. It's all about being led by the Spirit. It is all about abstract, non-linear ways of thought, the imagination, so to speak. But the left eye symbolizes, or the left side of the brain symbolizes rationalism, symbolizes intellectualism, logic, and very linear, straightforward thinking. And God spoke to me and said, right now is a reminder not to look at life through the rational side of the brain. See, the eye is symbolic of perception or seeing, and the left side is symbolic of rationalism or rationalizing. And he said, do not rationalize the way that your life looks at this period of time. Because when you ration something, for example, if you have bare bone rations, you don't have enough to eat. But if you have more than enough rations, it means you're abundant in rations. So when you ration something out, you're measuring it. You're taking stock and counting very linearly, is this going to add up? And so when you rationalize, looking at your life situation through a rational eye, you're actually rationing yourself lies. You're counting and taking stock in a linear manner. And God is saying, I've got a bigger plan. If you try to add up 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 2 is 4, and you try to do the linear math, taking stock of how much money you have in the bank account right now, of the circumstances and situations that need to unfold in your life, looking at what you have in your hand right now, it may not add up to what it seems like needs to happen. So the prophetic word is this. Do not rationalize your life situation right now. Continue to believe in faith. Continue to hold to the promises and the things that you've been believing for. If this is for you, you've had some big promises that you've been believing for, but you've been through a trying time. You've been through the wilderness season. You've been through some dark nights and some things have happened, and even some new paradigms have come in, and you're like, do I throw out the old promises? Do I throw out the old things? And this word is for you. Do not throw out. Continue to believe in faith. Continue to believe for miracles, but continue to also build the wall that's in front of you. Continue to do what you're doing out of a state of rest, but do not throw out the big, seemingly lofty promises and miracles that you have been given. So this is a reminder, do not rationalize, because when you look at your life through rational eyes, you are actually rationing and feeding yourself lies. And the lies are this, that there isn't going to be enough to make it, that you don't have what it takes maybe on a on an emotional or a mental level left in the tank. You don't have a financial or enough resources left to be able to do what you need to do. But that is not the case. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the reality of what we do not see. Okay? So hold fast to that substance, that tangible substance. Because as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And so if you are rationalizing your life away and counting how short you are, how things are never going to work out, you are actually counteracting a new timeline that is counteracting the big plan and purpose for your life. Okay, I'm going to say that again. When you are thinking and feeling and looking through the left side of the mind about your life and rationalizing the way that it should look, or it's not measuring up to the way that you thought it should be, and you're dwelling on those things, your thoughts and your feelings are creating that reality, which is contrary to the great big purpose that God has for your life. So when, like Joseph, when he got told that he was going to be second in, like he was going to, all his family was going to bow down to him. Then he went through a trying season of a number of years, decades, where he was in prisons. He was getting falsely accused in Potiphar's house. All these things. He never looked at his life from a rational perspective, or he would have just died in prison. Or he would have never have made it into the Pharaoh's second of command. Because God's ways are not linear. God's ways are not rational. God's ways are not A to B to C to D and so forth. So this is a reminder to let go of the rational eyes in which you see your life through in this time and turn back to faith. Do not feed on the rational lies of the egoic rational mind that has been telling you that you're not going to make it. This is a prophetic word to have a course correct in your vision, so to speak. Continue to dream again. Start to dream again. Start to write down the plans and the purposes that the divine has given you over the years. Marry that with new vision, new plans and purpose that are in your heart coming into 2022 here. Bring a great amount of intention, a great amount of awareness, a great amount of feeling to these things, and leave behind the perspective of the logical, rational mind and just go big and believe. So I hope this word has blessed you. If it resonates in your heart, if it is for you. If it doesn't resonate with you, then it's not for you. Bless you, and until next time, shalom, friend.